Panto naman kin GNC, wala na kang panto nun eh. And I can tell you that GNC does not lose its integrity.
GNC gave me a vision. GNC gave me that inspiration, and GNC gave me that confidence to be an effective leader.
I do believe that this is the best, if not one of the best schools here in Guagua.
GNC is really committed on providing quality education to its students because I am a living witness to that because I experienced quality education inside the four walls of GNC.
Isa sa mga natutunan ko is to become excellent as always. Sometimes sabi nila yung pagiging competitive, negative eh. Pero isa ito sa mga binigay na spirit ng GNC sa akin. To be competitive, to be excellent in all things that you can do, no?
Sa tingin ko, bakit ako magtagal sa GNC? It's probably I really love the profession. I became who I am now, it's because of GNC. It has given me a lot of opportunities.
Sila yung nagbigay motibasyon sa akin. Sa kanila din ako kumuha ng inspirasyon kung bakit ako naging guro ngayon, yung profession ko ngayon. Na nagagamit ko nung nakita ko sa kanila yung kanilang pagmamahal sa trabaho, yung dedikasyon, na nagamit ko ngayon sa pagiging guro ko.
Nagtagal ako sa GNC, labot ako ng 28 years kasi nakita ko doon na marami akong bagay na pwedeng matutunan.
My dear friends, many people will be claiming that the heydays of GNC are gone. Wala na daw. But always remember, and please tell them, as the song goes, the best is yet to come.
Pinandamok yung eskwela ngayon, itang uling stable yun, respectable yung eskwela. Kaya talagang yan ako may gadong isip, na actually, talaga linawi, aliwa pang eskwelang kini may pag-aaral, yan ako talagang may gadwalo.
Ing abalo ko kay GNC, happening lugod kay school, happening second home ni. Kasi kay ni ko may nibatan, kay ni ko may gumpisa, ampong kay ni ko ikuha kung nano man in atin ko ampong nano kong ngayon.
Sana isundo na rin kareng tutuki pang mag-aral in hanggang pamanurong aturo na rin kay kami.
GNC has always been my home, my alma mater since my elementary years. Now, I've been working at GNC for the past 32 years, and I wasn't only an alumna and an employee, but I was also a parent, since my 2 children pursue their education here at GNC. Throughout my stay here, I have seen it through all the years that it stood still. Masakit man, darakal man ang pagdalanan, talakad at talakad yung GNC. Not only for its students, but also for the employees that it shelters. Makanya niya kalugod in GNC. For the last 103 years, it stayed committed in providing affordable and quality education. And now that GNC is on its 104th founding year, not even the pandemic can stop it from thriving, from standing still. True to our theme this year, ala ka talagang kupas GNC, na anumang panahon in lumabas.
All right, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to Marketing Me Live at Guagua National College. And today we will be joined by speakers from Jobs180.com, VXI, and TaskUs. So before we start, may we invite everybody for a short prayer followed by the singing of the national anthem.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above the heavenly host. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Sa
Okay, so again, welcome everyone. You ready na ba kayo? By the way, my name is Joyce from jobs180.com. I will be your today's host and we are live via Jobs180 Facebook and Jobs180 YouTube page. So we hope that everybody is excited to learn new things today. Okay? So to officially start today's session, may we invite Mrs. Geraldine G. Lim, GNC President, for the opening remarks.
Good day, everyone, and I welcome you all to our career fair this year. Securing our students' future career is one of Guagua National College's priorities. These various activities that we provide should aid our students in going through the right path and must assist them in their career endeavors. In this event, GNC graduating students will have the opportunity to meet prospective, well-established and reputable companies, future sponsors, and some of the most influential individuals in our country. Through this activity, we hope that our students will be inspired to work hard and to commit to their pursuit of their future goals. Training students to seize the day and to explore every opportunity will no doubt assist them in their journey and their path to succeed. With this, I would like to extend my gratitude to the partners of our school and to our school's Guidance and Counseling Center for working hard in assisting our students in their career needs. I am hoping that everything will be meaningful and fruitful in due time. Thank you very much and God bless us all.
Thank you for that, Mrs. Geraldine Lim, for the opening remarks. And as usual, for our audience today, we would like guys you to comment your name, your year, and your course if you're here. And if you have questions later on, please type them in so we can answer them after the talk. Again, for our audience today, please comment your name, your year, and your course if you're here. And please don't forget to tag and share this to your friends too. Okay, so kung wala pa sila dito, tawagin nyo na kasi nakakapanghinayang naman if mamimiss nila itong opportunity na ito. So grab the opportunity. Okay, so again, please tag your friends, okay, and share this to your friends kung wala pa sila dito. Okay, so here's our schedule for today. So we have the online applications using resume link by jobs180.com. We also have the top skills employers look for by VXI Global and expectations of the new normal work environment by TaskUs. So again, shout out to everyone who is here na. Again, please comment your name, your year, and your course. And as we go along, type in your questions so we can read it later. Okay, so sabi ko nga, huwag kayong mahiyang magtanong, guys. This is your chance to ask before you face the real adulting thing or the world of work. All right. So sit back, relax, and let us all hashtag learn together for today's session. And if you are guys ready, kilalanin na po natin ang ating unang speaker. So for our first topic, which is online applications using resume link, we have the managing director from jobs180.com who has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. As a trusted resource speaker, he has done over 1,000 plus career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. The managing director of jobs180.com, Mr. Kim Chua. Sir Kim, take it away.
everyone. Allow me to share to you how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. A lot of you are now looking for a job and exploring for the next chapter in your life. I hope that this session will be able to help you. No, not only you, but the people that you know that needs help in terms of how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. So yan na tinatawag natin resume link. A lot of platforms right now, mga online platforms are being offered left and right. But for you to know paano to magiging job-winning tool or job-winning resume to, meron akong checklist. So go with me, no, with all these checklists. Your checklist should include the following. Number 1, kailangan mag-stand out ka. When you look for a job, you have to be able to stand out. Because if you're not going to be able to stand out, then I think you'll just be part of the crowd. You'll be one of the next applicant na wala lang, na hindi mapapansin. Another thing that should be in your checklist is that you should only have one file. Hindi dapat maraming files na iba-iba sinesend sa mga companies. Mas maganda, isang file lang para pag sinend mo, lahat ng details mo nandoon na. Another thing in your checklist is that it should make the process more efficient. Ibig sabihin, mas mabilis mag-submit, mas mabilis makita ng HR, at mas mabilis kayo makontak for possible next steps na or possible job offer na. Now, another thing in my checklist is that dapat tipid ito, wala itong gastos. The tool that I will show you today, wala itong gastos. Libre po ito. At higit sa lahat, itong pinaka-importante sa lahat, this should be in your checklist. The tool should be secured. Okay, more than anything, importante talaga ang data. Pero ang data ninyo, dapat yung proteksyonan. And using this tool, this is the most secured resume kung tawagin. Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Let me go through the next slides na. Okay? Ito ang tinatawag na resume link. Okay? A personalized URL for anyone can open online anytime. I will use an example para makarelate kayo. If you are John Santos, ang link mo or resume link mo pwede maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. At yan na po ang resume link nyo. So how do you make one? Go with me through the 3 simple steps. First step is you have to register. Absolutely, wala tong bayad. Libre po ito. How do you register? You go to the website of jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com at dun ka mag-register on the upper right side of your screen. Now, as you do that, you have to put the basic information. Okay? So, alam nyo na ano mga information yan. Hindi ko na isa-isahin. Babawasan nyo naman at alam nyo naman ano dapat ilagay. Now, as you create your account, you have to use a valid email. Okay? Now, before we go to the email, paalala ko lang, sa mga nag-isip sa inyo, paano kung hindi ako si John Santos, ano gagawin kong resume link? O yan, baka nag-isip kayo eh. So, if ever lang, mayroon kang kapangalan, okay, just so happen na may ibang John Santos na nauna sa inyo, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon doon na red na box, sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Huwag kayong malungkot, pag taken na, okay lang, just be creative. Pwede mo gawin, baliktarin mo. Gawin mo santosjohn.jobs180.com o kaya J Santos o kaya Santos J o kaya JS o kaya SJ. Depende kung ano gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapangalan. Okay? Wala kang kapareho. Now, when you do this, huwag kayong OA. Do not create yung mga ganong klaseng over-creative na mga resume link because it doesn't look professional. Imagine submitting to a company with your resume link that says eljablo.jobs180.com. Hindi yan mukhang professional. Okay? Now, when you register, please use a valid email. Ito yung emphasis ko lang sa pag-create nyo ng account na dapat gamitin yung email, yung nabubuksan yung email, kagaya ng Gmail, Yahoo, or any email na nabubuksan nyo. Do not create, sample lang yung mga email na kagaya ng ganito, patricia@facebook.com na email. Huwag kang gagamit ng joseph@facebook.com na email to register. In short, huwag mong gagamitin yung @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com na email, you will no longer be able to receive notification being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Importante po na nabubuksan nyo yung email nyo kasi kailangan mo i-verify yung account mo. Okay? It is very important that you verify your account as a proof na ikaw nag-register at pangalawa, para ikaw ay makapag-apply. If you don't do this, if you don't verify, walang mangyayari sa account nyo. Okay? So, sayang lang. So, you have to verify to finish the first step. Okay? How do you verify? Just open your email, look for the link, click mo yung verify, you're done with the first step. Okay? Tapos na yung first step. Ano yung first step? Register. Wala tong bayad. Let's go to the second step. Ang second step, ang pinaka-logical sa lahat. Kailangan kumpletong detalye nyo. So how do you do that? You go back again to your account by going to the website of jobs180.com. This time, hindi mo kailangan mag-register. Ang gagawin mo, mag-login. Pag login mo, lagay mo dito yung email nyo or resume link nyo. Kayo lang may alam yan. At lalo na yung password nyo na kayo lang talaga may alam yan. So when you do that, you now go inside your account. Pag nasa loob na kayo ng account nyo, ano gagawin nyo? Mabilis na lang ito. Fill in the blanks. Okay? Now, I don't have to go through all the information here because definitely, alam mo naman pag sinabi ditong name, malamang pangalan nyo. Pag nakalagay dito address, malamang address nyo. Diba? So you put all the information ninyo dito. Okay, lagay nyo. Then, what else do you put in here? Importante po, lagay dito lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media account nyo. Diba? Hindi lang email tsaka phone number. Bakit? Most of the time, ano nangyayari? Okay, let me tell you. Marami sa inyo nilalagay nyo phone number nyo. Pero pag tinatawagan kayo ng HR, hindi nyo sinasagot. Lalo na pag hindi mo kilala. Hala, sino kaya ito? Hindi mo sasagutin. Diba? Kasi takot kayo, baka nagsascam or whoever yung tumatawag. So ano mangyayari sa mga HR? Mag-i-email kami ngayon sa inyo. But you don't open email more often than you open your social media account. So I recommend lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak na isang HR, ilagay mo dito. Kagaya ng mga Facebook nyo or Twitter nyo para mabilis tayo makapag-PM. Private message, makapag-invite for the next step. Okay? What else do you put here? You also put here your work options, yung mga work experience nyo. Pagdating po sa work options, you can see on the screen, you have 4 options na pwede nyo pagpilian. Parang switch lang yan. Yes, no switch, on, off switch. So you can choose here, example, looking for OJT, lagay mo yes if you're looking for OJT right now. And later on, pag hindi na, turn it off. Edi lagay mo na no. Diba? So depende yan kung anong mas trip nyo or anong mas pasok dun sa hinahanap nyo right now. What the system will do is it will try to match you with companies who are also looking for the same profile with what you have. Yan yung kagandahan ng tool natin. Hindi mo kailangan mag-door-to-door para mag-submit ng resume link ninyo. Okay? What else do you put here? You put here your school under education. Even later on, okay, pagka-graduate nyo, you can also put here your schools. Yung mga nag-take pa kayo ng further studies, pwede mo rin ilagay dito. Okay, so walang limit sa space yan. Pagdating ko sa seminars attended, ganun din. Kahit gaano karami, pwede nyo ilagay dito. Kahit magkopyahan pa kayo. Just make sure lang alam mo yung seminar na yon. Kaya baka matanong ka sa interview. Pagdating po sa certification, ganun din. Put all the certification programs that you've had, you put it here. Okay? When it comes to the achievement, do not limit your achievement only inside the school. Hindi lahat na nakikinig ngayon ay Dean's Lister. Hindi kayo lahat dito ay honor student. Diba? Ayan, nag-agree marami sa inyo. So, hindi lang po ang achievement nakabase sa academic excellence. Some of you are student leaders. So, if you're active sa school, you also put it here kung ano yung mga pinagkakaabalahan nyo. And hindi lang sa loob ng school, even outside the school. If you're active in your barangay, halimbawa, isa kang tanod, ilagay mo dyan. Diba? Yan yung mga achievement ninyo. So, you put it here. Bakit? Because what you're doing now is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to that prospective company. Okay? Now, when it comes to the skills and languages, ito yung common observation namin mga HR. Pagdating sa skills, nilalagay mo lang na skills yung mga umiikot lang sa course nyo. Hindi porkat communication arts ang course mo, com arts lang ang skills na alam mo. Hindi porkat engineering ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang engineering. Hindi porkat tourism or HRM ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang tourism at pang HRM. Maybe some of you are into multimedia, into photography, into videography, into something else, arts, crafts, whatever. Lahat ng yan, skills nyo yan. Remember, what you're doing here is you're marketing yourself more effectively. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, ilagay mo dito lahat ng skills na alam ninyo. Pagdating po sa languages, ganun din. Huwag mong ilimit yan sa 2 lengguwahe lang. Because I'm sure alam nyo na yung 2. Kung 2 lang talaga alam nyo, din 2 lang. Ano tong 2 to? English and Tagalog or Filipino. Okay? Now, if you know other local dialect, Bisaya, Kapampangan, Sabacano, Ilonggo, you can also put it here. If you know foreign languages, German, French, Chinese, Japanese, diba, Korean, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? Walang limit sa space yan. When it comes to the references, sigurado ko yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang malaking tanong dito kayo ba'y kilala nila? Sana oo, di ba? Kasi madalas pag tumatawag kami sa mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. So please tell them, ginawa nyo silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now at this point, to make your life easier, kung sakali lang nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo in your Word file or maybe in your doc file, depende kung anong file nyo, PDF file, whatever file you have. Kung nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo, simple na lang. Just copy all the information inside dito. No, ilagay mo sa loob ng resume link. Just transfer them here inside the resume link para maging secured yung data nyo. Okay? Kung bakit secured, I'll tell you as we go along. Okay? So yung mga sinabi ko, I think alam nyo na yan. Alam nyo na yan. Okay? Itong mga susunod kong papakita, ito yung mga amazing na portion. Let me start with the portfolio section. Ano yung portfolio section? This is the part where you now upload evidence of your skills. Example, ano ebidensya na graduate na kayo later on? Diploma, di ba? Transcript, ano pa? toga, hindi ebidensya yung toga. Okay? Kung ano man meron nyo, di ba? Certificate, diploma, yan, ebidensya yan. Okay? Kung transcript of records is evidence na graduate na kayo. Ano ebidensya na wala kayong criminal record? NBA clearance, police clearance, di ba? Ano ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa? Passport, visa, lahat ng mga sinasabi mong mga skills mo or yung mga what you're claiming that you know, you can now support them here sa portfolio section by showing those documents. Diba? Anong ebidensya na ikaw ay healthy? Meron kang medical clearance. Anong ebidensya na pwede ka mag-drive ng sasakyan? Meron kang driver's license. Diba? So gets nyo na yung sinasabi ko. Ang point ko lang is you can now put the things here to support yung claim nyo of your skills. Now, you're starting to think, Sir, kung pare-pareho naman kaming graduate sa school namin, pare-pareho kami magkakaklase, same yung course namin, same yung school, same yung teachers, same yung curriculum, pare-pareho lang naman kami lahat, walang experience sa trabaho, how will we stand out? Ayan, di ba? Okay, ito ngayon yung isang magandang recommendation ko sa inyo on how you now stand out. You get your smartphones. Kunin mo yung mga smartphones nyo. Kung wala, manghiram sa kaibigan. Okay, hiram mo sa kaibigan mo. I-record mo yung selfie video mo. You say something interesting about yourself. Record it in about 30 seconds to 1 minute lang. Huwag na masyadong mahaba. Ano gagawin mo? Pretend that you are being interviewed by the HR. So you answer basic questions like, tell me something about yourself. O, di ba? Ano yung mga gasgas sa tanong natin? Why should we hire you? O, di ba? Just imagine na tinanong ka ng HR at sasagutin mo na lang siya. Ang maganda lang ngayon, recorded mo. So, kung di mo type yung sagot, edi-delete mo. Pag type mo, you save it. Then you upload it sa YouTube or sa Vimeo. Maraming mga video channel na libre, yung mga video converter sa online. Hanapin mo lang. And when you're done, you put that video link doon sa portfolio section nyo. O, di ba? This time, it will definitely make you stand out because depende na to sa diskarte mo on how you're going to present yourself. Okay? So I leave it up to you on how you do that. Now, another thing for you to do, na sure akong hindi to makokopya ng classmate mo, ay yung picture mo. Diba? So you put your profile picture here. Now, when it comes to the picture, hindi kailangan sobrang formal na formal. Hindi kailangan pumunta sa studio. Huwag na kayo gumastos. Ang importante dito, tumingin kayo sa camera. Plain background. Okay? Plain background, tumingin kayo sa camera. Wear something, of course. Wear something decent. Okay? Do not upload profile pictures that look like the right side of your screen. Yung mga sample na yan, hindi po maganda yung sample yan. Okay? So, huwag kayo maglagay ng ganun kasi mga sample na profile picture. Now, another good thing pa that will make you stand out using the resume link is your cover photo. Yes! A picture paints 1,000 words. Yan ang kasabihan na very, very applicable dito. A lot of you who are listening today, hindi kayo gifted with writing skills. Hirap kayo i-express ang inyong feelings at inyong thoughts into words. Hindi mo ma-type, hindi mo ma-sulat. Tama? Hirap tayo eh. Bakit? Hindi natural sa atin yan. Pero pagdating sa picture, kayang-kaya mo i-express yung inyong personality. Look at the examples I'm showing you. Look at the one on the left. Ano siya? Isa siyang ophthalmologist or optometrist. Sabi naman ng iba, eye expert. Di ba? Yung sa kanan, ano siya? Sabi ng iba, sir, parang IT. Sir, techie siguro kasi maraming gadget, pati stapler, gadget niya. Diba? Halimbawa, o sabi ng iba naman, sir, parang makalat. O depende na kung how you are going to interpret it. But now, the way I see it, itong taong to, multitasker. Okay? Another good example I'm showing you is this one. Someone from psychology, someone from neurologist, or maybe someone who knows left and right. Ganun lang kasimple. No? So, depende yan how you're going to express yourself. Okay? Another good example pa, ito. Itong person na to, ang gusto niya sabihin, there's no shortcut to success. You will be able to reach your goal by taking one step at a time. O, di ba? So, I'm showing you good examples. Hindi yan member na akit bahay gang. Hindi rin po yan social climber, in case that's what you're thinking. So, kung nagpakita ko ng magaganda example, I will also show you yung mga hindi magandang example para wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Make sure you put your picture there. Okay? Kasi maraming pangalan ngayon, interchangeable. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think babae ako. Ako rin mismo, napagkakamala ko yung mga aplikante, pinakita ko, Chris, George, Alex, Sam. O, diba? Minsan isipin ko, Joey, lalaki. Yung pala, babae. Diba? So, you better put your picture there para at least alam ng HR who to expect. Okay? Now, when you make your resume link, dapat may laman talaga yan. Kasi kung walang laman yan, ganyan itsura niyan, blanco. And how do you expect companies will look, or HR from companies will look at your profile if you submit to them resume links that look like this? It's like submitting a piece of a paper, bond paper, or long bond paper, short bond paper na walang laman except pangalan mo. And that's the same as this one. So hindi yan papansinin ng mga HR for sure. Okay? Sayang lang oras nyo at oras ng HR. Kailangan attractive. Okay? And when I say attractive or catchy, do not overdo it naman. Now, this is just in my opinion. In my opinion, I think this one is not a good example. Kasi ang dating niya parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, parang chill-chill lang, no? Parang ganoon ang dating. So, I leave it up to you on how you be, expressing yourself na dito. Okay? So, sa mga personality nyo. Alam niyo na, anong dapat nyo gawin at hindi nyo dapat gawin. So, showing a very good example is si iExpert. Tingnan mo, lahat ng detalye niya, kompleto. Everything. From top to bottom, kompleto lahat ng details, including yung kanyang mga portfolio section na nagpapatunay na siya ay isang licensed ophthalmologist. Pinakita niya lahat ng mga posibleng hingiin pa sa kanya ng mga HR. So bakit ko sinabi sa inyo napapabilis yung buhay dito? Hindi lang buhay nyo. Pati buhay din ng HR napapabilis. Because once you submit all this information to that company, when the HR opens your resume link and sees everything about you, dalawa lang ang pwedeng mangyari niyan. One is, nahuli mo attention, gusto ka niya ngayon kausapin or schedule for the next step, like interview or possibly job offer, or hindi ka nag-fit. Yun yung second. Di ba? Para at least, ang maganda rito, hindi na pabalik-balik, hindi na siya tatawag para sabihin, hello ma'am, meron ka bang evidence na graduate ka na talaga sa school na yan? Can you send me your transcript? Diba? Can you send me yung mga evidence or yung mga sample skills or sample work mo kasi you are in IT or in graphic design, diba? Gets mo ibig ko sabihin, wag nang pabalik-balik, sayang yung oras. Okay? Time is of the essence, lalo na ngayon. So you put everything there, at least pag nakita ng HR, diretso na kagad sa pagprocess sa inyo. Okay? A lot of you are now thinking, Sir, pag gumawa ako ng resume link at nilagay ko lahat ng information ko dyan, baka naman yung mga data ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman yung mga information ko nakalantad na sa buong internet. The answer is, no. Kaya nga siya tinawag na the most secured resume. Okay? Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. Follow the screen. Inside your dashboard, when you log in, you can go to your settings. Sa settings mo, to be specific, puntahan mo yung privacy settings. In your privacy settings, you choose the information that you want to show in public. Halimbawa lang you do not want to show your birthday. What do you do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita yung address mo. What do you do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita ang inyong references. What do you do? Turn it off. So lahat na naka-off, hindi lalabas sa public. At sino may control niyan? Kayo lang. O, di ba? Ang maganda pa rito, real-time update yan. Halimbawa, today, you decide not to show your birthday, your address, and references. And then 5 minutes later, you decide, sige, pakita ko na nga birthday ko. Turn it on. Real time. 5 minutes later, the moment you save your settings, lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link, updated na rin sila real time. As in real time. Di ba? Ayos, di ba? Sige, tuloy natin. Tuloy pa natin to. So, reminders ko na lang sa mga late na dumating or kakakinig lang, when you make your resume link, make sure that your profile is interesting and attractive. Okay? Wag OA. Iba yung over naman yun. No? Wag naman ganun. So, make sure it's attractive, it's catchy. Complete all the information, especially your contact details. Kasi sayang naman lahat ng ginawa mo, nahuli mo attention, hindi ka makontak ng HR. So, better make sure nandyan yung mga contact details na updated. Okay? So, yan. So, tapos na tayo sa 2 steps. Last step na lang. Ano yung first step? Recap lang. First step is register. Wala tong bayad. Libre po yan. Second step is for you to complete the information. Yan ang pinaka-logical. And the last step now is for you to submit. So, you're now thinking, okay to paano ko gagamitin ngayon yung resume link? Bigyan kita ng iba-ibang paraan. Okay, lahat ito practical application para makarelate kayo. Unang option, pumunta ka sa website ng jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com, and that's where you now start to look for companies. Type the companies that you're looking for. Pag may lumabas, edi good. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Okay, wag din pilitin. Okay? Now, you can also see there a lot of companies, a lot of company logos that you can shop around, you can choose, learn about the company, and if you want to be part of the company, I recommend you submit your resume link kahit na hindi ka pa qualified. Let me repeat what I just said. If you want to be part of an organization, if you want to be part of that company, even if you are not yet qualified, I recommend you give your resume link to that company. Bakit? Imagine, kung ngayong hapon, ngayong araw, nagsubmit ka ng resume link sa isang kumpanya na naghahanap ng 3 years experience na aplikante. Wala ka pang 3 years experience. Okay lang. Because nabigay mo na yung resume link mo sa kanya, pagdating ng 2024, Siguro naman by that time, meron ka ng 3 years experience, di ba? Kasi nag-work ka na ngayon by 2021. By 2024, may 3 years experience ka na, pwede ka na ma-qualify dun sa position in applyan mo. And you never know. That company might just contact you later on, provided that your details are still updated. So you have to update those information real time. Ayos ba? Ayos, di ba? Wala nang pabalik-balik, hindi mo na kailangan magbalik-balik dun sa kumpanya para sabihin, nag-apply po ko sa inyo last year, ako po yung OJT nyo 3 months ago. Wala lang ganun. Okay? Another practical application. When you submit your resumes through email, how do you do that? Madalas, ito ginagawa natin. Mag-email tayo, sasabihin natin, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position and this is my resume. Ano gagawin nyo? I-attach mo yung Word file mo or PDF file mo. Tama? If that is how you're doing it, wag mo nang gawin yon. Wag ka na mag-attach ng anything sa email. Pampabagal lang yan, tsaka makaluma na yung style na yan. Bakit ko sinabi yon? Kasi hindi mo na kailangan talaga mag-attach ng anything. Ang gagawin mo, i-type mo na lang doon sa email mo yung resume link mo. Example, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position. And this is my resume. In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, 01.jobs180.com. That's it. Submit. I look forward to your information. Thank you. Send. Every time meron kang babaguhin sa details mo, hindi mo na kailangan padalhan yung HR. Kasi kung ginagamit mo mga attachment, ang kulit niyan eh. Ang kulit, saka nakapagod. Ano gagawin mo pag nagbago ka ng phone number? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated resume. Mamaya-maya, 2 weeks later, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated, most recent resume. O di ba? Every time meron kang babaguhin, padala ka na padala doon sa HR. Nakakapagod yan. Hindi lang sa part nyo, kundi sa part din namin sa mga HR to keep track which one yung pinaka-updated na details. So this time, wala na kailangan. Palit-palit na lang kayo ng details nyo. Update-update na lang sa loob ng resume link. Ayos ba? Ayos pa. Okay, tuloy pa natin to. Okay? If you want to print your resume, this is now the good news. You can now print your resume link. No matter how much information you have, the system will try to compress everything into one page. So kung gusto mo talaga mag-print ng papel at mag-submit sa mga kumpanya, walang kaso. Pumunta ka lang sa dashboard mo, hanapin mo yung print na option at mamili ka kung 1 column or 2 column version ang gusto mo i-print. What the system will do is it will try to compress everything into one page para tipid na. O, di ba? Now, usapang tipid. Ito mas tipid pa. Gusto mo mag-print ng resume pero gusto mo magtipid. Itong gawin mo. Gumawa ka ng resume link card. Ano tong resume link card? Sa isang pirasong long bond or short bond paper, mag-design ka ng maraming resume link card. No? Maliliit lang, parang business card ang dating. In one piece of paper, I think you can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa size ng papel mo. At ang importante na ilagay mo dyan sa resume link card mo ay syempre ang inyong resume link. Diba? So, hindi mo na kailangan ilagay lahat ng details mo sa resume sa loob ng maliit na papel. Lagay mo lang resume link mo. And that is what you now give to the companies when you start applying. Look at the picture I'm showing you. Diba? Tipid. Hindi lang tipid. Secured pa. Tingnan nyo. If you submit yung big paper resume nyo, long bond paper, sinubmit mo sa isang kumpanya, nag-apply ka. For some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Yung nakapulot ng papel na yan, alam na buong detalye mo because everything is in that one-page printout. Now, if you lose that small piece of paper, don't worry. Meron kang peace of mind. Bakit? Yung mga kapulot niyan, limited sa privacy settings mo because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings kahit na i-type niya yan sa browser. Okay? So, ang recommend ko rin sa mga nakikinig, use the gadget. Take advantage of the technology. Use your gadget, your laptop, your cell phone, your tablet, kung ano man. Okay? Para ngayon kasi, this day and age, technology na ang gamitin natin. Kung mano-mano pa rin kayo, wala kayong gadget, okay lang. Huwag kayong malungkot. You can still submit to the companies by just simply writing the resume link on a piece of paper. As simple as that. Okay? So, again, sa mga nagtatanong, ano yung mga guidelines ko para makagawa ako ng job-winning resume? Ito yung guideline ko. Ito yung checklist ko. Are you using the right tool? That's the ultimate question. There are so many tools right now, but these are the things that you should consider when you make your resume. And that is the resume link. It already addresses the following. Number 1, security ng information mo. I hope by this time, you have peace of mind. Ito na ang pinaka-secured na information because you have the ultimate control over your privacy setting. Pangalawa, the speed of hire becomes faster. It becomes more efficient because whatever you need, whatever the HR needs, you can already put it inside the resume link. Another thing is that it's flexible. If you want to print, just in case lang gusto mo talaga mag-print ng resume nyo, you have the option to print it. And you don't have to worry about saan ko sinave yung file na yan, saan ko tinago, wala nang ganun. Just log into your account and print. Mamili ka lang kung 1 column or 2 column version. At higit sa lahat, wala po itong bayad. Tipid po ito. Walang bayad. Okay? Ang kailangan mo lang, of course, internet. Sa mga nag-iisip sa inyo, sir, kailangan ko ng pan-data. Pwede ka naman makakonect sa internet na walang data eh. Punta ka sa libreng wifi. Di ba? Baka yung kapitbahay nyo may libreng wifi. O, makagamit ka muna. Later on, pag may trabaho ka na, may sweldo na, bayaran mo yung wifi niya. O, di ba? Bawi-bawi lang yan. No? Give and take. And there are a lot more benefits to just what I've mentioned. Marami pang iba. You can share your resume link to whatever platform you want to share it to. Gusto mo i-text? Gusto mo siya i-private message? Gusto mo i-send via Viber? Kayo bahala. Pwede mo i-share. Basta kayo may control. Ganun lang kasimple. No? Kung hindi mo ito binigay sa kahit kanino, hindi malalaman to nung taong yon. And you don't have to save it to whatever USBs or hard drive. No need na. Wala rin tong mga tipong version na kailangan pa mag-compatible. Walang ganun. Lahat ito compatible. Pwede lahat. Okay? So, shout out na lang ako. Shout out to all our school partners. By the grace of God, right now, we have about 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide, including your alma mater. So, thank you. We're very thankful for this opportunity that we're able to do this kahit tayo nasa loob ng bahay, kahit kayo ay nasa loob ng bahay. So, hindi tayo physically nagpe-present, pero nakakatulong pa rin tayo, especially if you have friends or relatives whom you think would need this tool. Please share this to them. Okay? Sa mga nagtatanong naman ng mga frequently asked questions, sasagutin ko na. Ito kasi yung mga common questions na kadalasan tinatanong sa akin. Ang tanong, can I give my resume link to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. It depends kung sino ang bibigyan mo. Ikaw may ultimate control niyan. Okay? Pangalawang question, is this the same as other job platform like LinkedIn, JobStreet, iba pang mga job site? The answer is no. Meron tong dalawang major difference. Yes. Lalo na pagdating sa security. Okay. Of course, explain lang ako Okay. With respect to the other sites that I've mentioned, let me just use JobStreet as an example para lang mas makarelate, no? Para makarelate. You can only use JobStreet resume if you're applying to companies who are also using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. With your resume link, you can use this to any type of company, any platform, wherever they are. Kahit sa loob ng Pilipinas or sa labas ng Pilipinas, pwede mong applyan. Kahit hindi niya alam ang Jobs 180, basta alam niya ang resume link mo, pwede niya mabuksan ang profile at makita according to your settings. That's the first difference. Pangalawang difference, kung nabigay mo na, kung na-submit mo na ang JobStreet resume mo sa isang company, wala ka nang pwedeng baguhin. Lahat ng data mo nandun na yan sa HR. Yes. Hindi na magbabago yan real time. With your resume link, na-submit mo today, mali pala number mo, na-submit mo today, mali pala yung spelling mo, you can always edit it, enter, save it, real-time update. Lahat ng bigyan mo ng resume link, updated real-time. Ayos? Okay, tuloy tayo sa number 3 question. Number 3 question is the easiest question. Ang tanong dito is, can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time, na-convince ko na kayo na ito na ang pinaka-secured na platform. Okay? That's the reason why I'm sharing this to you. Okay? Number 4, I think this is the most important question. How often should you update your resume link? Ang sagot dito, hindi araw-araw, hindi linggo-linggo, hindi buwan-buwan, hindi taon-taon. Ang sagot dito ay every time. Every time na meron kayong babaguhin, lalo na ang contact details nyo. Yan ang importante. You have to update your contact details every time na meron kayong papalitan doon. Kasi yan yung paraan para makontak kayo ng mga companies. And the last question is just a trivia. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around. Yan, di ba? 180 degrees. Hindi siya 360. Kasi kung 360, bumalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Di balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang. Di wala nangyari. Di ba? So you have to do it 180 degrees. It's a straight line towards your career goal. Okay? Just in case may tanong pa kayo, nahiya magtanong, pumunta lang kayo sa website namin, sa jobs180.com, or email us, email me, here sa info@jobs180.com, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, para makakuha kayo ng mga latest trends in recruitment. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget yung wa. Okay? Baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. Na nagsasabing, be safe at isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Hello, Sir Kim. Good morning po.
Hello, good morning.
Ayan, so good morning, Sir Kim. So, First of all, sir, before we begin with the question and answer, medyo paos tayo ngayon. For the question and answer, guys, may I remind everyone that the backstage link or the StreamYard link is for speakers only. Okay, so you may watch po via Jobs 180 Facebook page and our Jobs 180 YouTube page. So thank you, everyone. All right, Sir Kim. Hello, Sir Kim. Good morning, and
Good
how are you
morning.
po?
Ito, okay naman. I hope hindi naman nag-echo yung sound. I have to connect lang remotely. So, hope
May
everyone is safe
konting
out there.
may konting background sound lang, Sir Kim, pero di naman siya masyado
Ah,
malakas. Okay. So, sir, for those people who just came and may mga parang late tayong viewers. So, of course, to sum it up lang, we would like to know lang, of course, yung pinaka-benefits ng pagkakaroon ng resume link.
okay. Marami benefits ang pag-create ng resume link. One of which is, ito yung mga practical na lang. So, una is, you'll be getting possible job matches. So, ang maganda niyan is when you create your profile, a lot of companies will be contacting you. Diba? Meaning to say, they'll be the one to send you job matches, and then it's up to you na as someone who will react to it or if you want to join or not. So, kayo na yun. If you want to reject, di huwag mo sila pansinin. Reject mo lang, di ba? Pag gusto mo, entertain mo sila. Now, another practical na nakita kong benefit dito, lalo na sa panahon ngayon, is that you'll be getting a lot of notification in terms of activities ng school ninyo sa GNC, sa Guagua National College. So, halimbawa, in the future, in the next few weeks or the next few months, meron tayong mga darating na webinars, kagaya ng ginagawa natin ngayon, and kung meron tayong mga virtual career fair, which I know, meron tayong virtual career fair. I saw it in your calendar. We're also powering your virtual career fair soon. You'll be getting that invitation. Again, nasa sa inyo na po yan. Kung gusto niyo sumali or hindi, ako, I encourage you to join. Wala naman pong mawawala, no, pag kayo ay sumasali ng mga ganitong mga events. It's more for you, no? More for you. Another thing is you don't have to wait until you are about to graduate or kung kayo ay graduate na, no? Wag mo na antayin 'yon para gumawa ng resume link. Ang maganda dito ngayon kasi is that you can start creating your resume link regardless of your year level. So kahit senior high school ka pa or nasa first year pa lang ng college, second year, or even if you're already working, no, in between jobs, graduate na kayo, pwede kang gumawa ng resume link. Kasi ang maganda dyan is marami talagang benefits eh. Yung mga binanggit ko sa inyo, yan lang yung mga practical na benefit. Maliban pa sa security feature na pwede mo i-on or i-off anytime. Diba? So nasa sa inyo na po yan. Okay? So I hope I answered the question, Ma'am Joyce.
I forgot to announce na, guys, you are free to ask questions. So the floor is now open for questions. So if you have questions regarding resume link or to Sir Kim, pwede mag-ask ng questions. Especially kababanggit lang ni Sir Kim na you will be having your virtual career fair po. So you will be using resume link on the event. Ayan sir, may question tayo.
Sige lang.
From Sir Elmer Maninang, advice po for fresh job seekers, should we focus on salary or on the environment?
Should you focus on the salary or the environment? Okay. Teka, sasagutin ka ng practical na sagot mo na ngayon, Sir Elmer. Environment, kung work from home naman ang pinag-uusapan, ang environment na kailangan mo tignan, dun sa bahay nyo. No? Kung, is it conducive? Is it, di ba, is it distracting to your work? Di ba? Kung sa current setup to, sa ngayon, kasi work from home tayo kadalasan eh. Now, if you're asking me about environment later on, like yung culture ng kumpanya, yung people that you'll be working with, no? Ang sa akin kasi, pagdating sa ganyang mga bagay, ito yung mga uncontrollable naman eh. Now, you can do your research. You can do your research about the culture. You can research about how the company's values are. Is it aligned to your values? Align ba siya sa objectives mo rin? Siyempre, meron kang mga objective, no? Yung career objective mo, pasok ba siya sa plano mo? Yan, no? Or location. Location is also one. Baka naman napakalayo ng lugar na yan, no? Kung nandyan lang sa malapit sa Pampanga, then okay, no? Baka naman you have to travel. So, ito yung mga sinasabi kong environment that you need to consider if you're talking about the face-to-face later on. Pero pagdating po sa salary naman, is let's be practical din, no, about it. Kasi sa panahon ngayon, you need to put, sabi nga, food on the table, you need to make ends meet. Kailangan meron tayong mga kailangan supportahan o kailangan mga bayaran. Pero, para sa akin, hindi siya lang about salary. Sometimes, it's about job fulfillment. No? Importante na, syempre na itatawid tayo ng ating trabaho sa ating mga naibibigay, di ba? Sa sinusuportahan natin sa pamilya or sa sa kung sino man, sa pangsarili rin, no? Kailangan mo mag-ipon or kung ano man yung mga plano mo sa buhay. Pero hindi yan always about the salary. Okay? If you always look at it doon sa money aspect lang and then disregard the rest, and if you're happy with it at the end of the day, then so be it. Di ba? Kung diyan ka masaya eh. Now, if you are more into, say, you need to consider as well people that you're working with later on, di ba, nakakasundo mo ba sila? Hindi naman exactly talaga katropa kasi you cannot choose the people you'll be working with. No? Hindi ito parang, as much as possible, gusto mo yung mga kabarkada mo, kasama mo sa trabaho. It's very unlikely. And what will happen later on is, most probably, magkakaroon ng sarili mong barkada dyan sa katrabaho nyo. No? So, just to answer your question, should you focus on salary and environment? Para sa akin, it depends on your priority. Yan ang bottom line. Okay? It depends on your priority kung alin dito ang mas titingnan mong mas may value para sa iyo. Pero at the end of the day, I always look at yung mid-term to long-term plans mo. Wag yung short-term lang. Now, short-term, definitely, sweldo lang yan. Dahil sa 15 at 30, you need to get some money to, sabi ko nga, di ba, panggastos. Pero kung later on you want to have something that's long term, you'll be happy that you're about your environment, you have to think then, no? Think about it. So ang sa akin lang, test mo muna. Testingin mo yung kumpanya, 'di ba? Ganon din naman yung kumpanya, tinitest ka rin yan in the next few months pa na-employ ka. If it works, edi good. If it doesn't work for you or it's not aligned sa direction mo or sa objective mo, then the company will also understand kung talagang hindi naman kayo magtutugma no later on. So, yun po. I hope nasagot ko yung tanong ni Sir Elmer.
If you still have questions, guys, so feel free to ask. You may use the comment section. Okay, so another question, Sir Kim. Good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning, Dean. Razan. Okay, so another question, Sir Kim. Ayan. Wala ang aking code ko.
Habang naghahanap si ng questions, magpo-promote lang ako Sa
Yes,
jobs180.com right
vacancies.
now, marami kaming opportunities. No, kung habol ninyo ang mga pang-internship positions, we have a lot of internship vacancies right now. If you have friends, you know anyone who's looking for internship, baka lang or OJT, pwede po sila mag-apply sa jobs180.com. Lahat po ito work from home ang ating setup. Kailangan nyo lang gawin, puntahan nyo ang website ni jobs180.com/jobs180. Okay? Or punta kayo dun sa link na nagsuscroll right now sa screen niyo. Kung nababasa nyo, nakalagay dyan, schools.jobs180.com/GNC. Tapos doon sa page na yan, hanapin mo lang Jobs 180 na makikita nyo po yung mga opportunities sa amin. And then for full-time positions, meron din kami para sa IT, specifically for web development. And the other position na full-time na hinahanap namin ay para sa customer support position. So if you're interested or you know anyone who's interested, tell them lang to go check those out, yung link sa sinabi ko. Kung gusto nila mag-email, last na lang, is pwede sila mag-email sa info@jobs180.com. Ayan.
Ayan. So, Sir Kim, kasi meron tayong audience outside GNC. So, meron
Okay.
nag-message sa akin, sir. So, they're watching right now from St. Mary's, Iloilo,
Okay.
and Sorsogon State University.
Wow,
So,
lalayo
Yes, sir. So, nag-message sila sa akin, Sir Kim. So, asking, so po, yung best feature of having yung best feature ni resume link. So, para daw mas engganyo daw sila to create resume link.
Okay. Ang best feature para sa akin ito na yung end-all be-all nito is yung security feature. Above all the things that I mentioned earlier, yung pwede ka magkaroon ng job matches, pwede ka magkaroon ng mga invitations sa mga possible opportunities, para sa akin is the security feature. Because when you create your resume link, yung ultimate access to the information, ikaw may control Ikaw as a user, dagdag bawas kung ano gusto mo ilagay. Because that's human nature, no? Tayo, as we progress with our career, kahit sa school, di ba? You have your development sa school, academic man yan, or extracurricular, lahat yan dinadagdag mo yan sa information mo So as you're putting those information in, diba? Ang maganda dito, lahat ng binigyan mo ng resume link, ma-update din sila real time. Real time as in, the moment you save your profile, lahat na may alam ng resume link mo, mabibigyan din sila ng update doon about sa information mo. Provided that they know your resume link. Kasi hindi siya searchable. Okay? So you have to give your resume link to them. Now, shout out to everyone who's listening, especially sa mga taga Sorsogon, then sa Bicol, pati rin po sa Iloilo. Ayan, no? I hope everyone is safe there. And most especially sa ating pinakamalaking audience right now, yung mga taga Pampanga. Diba? Yung mga nasa Guagua National College. Pero again, kung may nakikinig pa dito na hindi sa mga schools na nabanggit ko, hi, hello, and I look forward to see you soon. Okay? Sana bumalik na tayo sa face-to-face later on. Ayan.
Alright.
So,
Sige. Okay. So, yun lang daw. Thank you daw, Sir Kim. So, malinaw naman daw po. Ayan. So, nagulat ako
sobrang
kasi
dami
may mga
eh.
nag-message
Oo.
from St. Therese and Sorsogon State.
Yes.
So, ito
Sobrang
siguro
dami
yung
kasi
mga-
talagang features, no, Ma'am Joyce, di ba? Ang dami talagang features ng resume link. The first thing you need to do is you have to create one. Okay, baka hindi nyo na ako kailangan tanungin. Gawa lang kayo, makikita mo na kaagad, no? The moment you create one, then you'll experience yung ganung klaseng mga features na yon. Example na lang, pag nag-apply ka sa kumpanya, tapos for some reason, na-decide mo, hindi na lang magpapatuloy doon sa company. Ano pwede mong gawin? Isang feature din yan ng resume link is pwede ka mag-withdraw ng application. Diba? Although hindi ko naman nire-recommend na mag-apply kayo na mag-apply tapos withdraw kayo na withdraw. Okay? Hindi ko sinasabi ganun. I'm just saying lang na kung sakali lang, for some reason, nag-apply ka tapos naisip mo, hindi ko na lang pagpapatuloy yung pag-apply ko doon sa company na yun, hindi mo na kailangan bumalik doon sa kumpanya para lang humingiin yung application mo before. Ang pwede mo na gawin, pasok ka lang sa dashboard mo, puntahan mo yung in-applyan mong kumpanya, yung position na in-applyan mo, tapos click mo lang yung withdraw application. O, diba? Again, that's one of the many features. So, kung iisa-isahin ko lahat yun, sobrang dami talaga. No? So, I hope you can create your resume link and experience it yourself. Okay?
Yes. You create lang and then you explore. Marami na kayo makikita. Guys.
Yes,
Ayan.
tama
So,
yan.
Okay. So, I think wala ng questions, Sir Kim. Okay, so let's now proceed with our next speaker. Okay,
Wala na?
daw, Sir
Okay,
Kim,
thank
ang
you,
ating,
thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Sir
Be
Kim.
safe. Okay,
So guys,
salamat
if you're interested, again, to apply or submit your resume link, you may submit it at chops180.com /chops180. And if you're curious about resume link, you may visit our website. It's www.chops180.com. Okay, or you may email us at info@chops180.com or info@chops180.com. Miss Araceli, yes ma'am, we will have a virtual career fair naman po this April. So, ano na lang po. Let's talk na lang ma'am later. Opo, after the webinar. Okay ma'am. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Miss Araceli. Okay, so let's now proceed with our next speaker who will talk about top skills employers look for. So we have the talent acquisition specialist from VXI Global Solutions. Mr. Carlo joined VXI back in 2019 and has since been responsible for applicant and employee engagement activities and out-of-town job fairs events for VXI Clark. Again, the talent acquisition specialist from VXI Global Solutions, Mr. Carlo Reyes. Good morning, Sir Carlo. Sir,
All
you
right.
may
Good morning,
turn
Miss
your
Joyce.
turn on your cam, Sir Carlo.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you?
Clearly, Miss Joyce.
I'm sorry, sir.
Can you hear me clearly?
Ayan. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You may now test your, sir, share screen. All right. Again, so guys, if you still have questions, please wag po kayong mahiyang magtanong. You may use the comment section, the comment box. Feel free to type in your questions. Okay. And again, you may visit www.jobs180.com.
Ayan. Okay na po siya.
Yes, sir. Just please put it in full screen po. Ayan, sir. Sir, okay, sir. Your screen is up po. So if you're ready, sir, I leave it to it po. I'll be back after 20 minutes for the Q&A. Good luck, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Joyce. All right, guys. So good morning, everyone. So I'll be discussing to you the top skills employers look for. All right. So for the first slide, we have here critical thinking and problem solving. All right, so critical thinking is necessary for almost every job. Employees need to be able to analyze evidence, question assumptions, test hypotheses, observe and draw conclusions from any form of data. Critical thinking is not just a skill, but a habit formed to help with problem solving. All right, so I'll give a sample situation where you can consider that an employee is a critical thinker. All right, so let's say you are a BPO agent and you receive a call from an angry customer complaining about the product they purchased. It might be broken, so what should you do? You have to analyze the complaint first so you don't immediately give a suggestion or solution without understanding the situation. And by doing that, you should gather information by asking questions to the customers. As a critical thinker, you should pay attention to the right details because some of callers complain a lot and say unimportant things. It is your job to keep in mind what's the point of the conversation and don't be afraid to ask questions, and if something is unclear for you, do not hesitate to clarify it. Okay? All right, so the next question, the source of information. Do not take anything for granted. I'm not saying that you should not believe in all the customers saying, but sometimes they might not remember well or simply don't know all the facts. Always remember to verify the fact before you form an opinion about the problem because we want to be confident with our solution. Now that you have gathered all the data you needed, and you think the item purchase was really broken, and it's time for you to draw conclusions. Ika nga, customers is always right. So ayun ang pinanindigan ng mga customer talaga. So minsan kailangan talaga natin ng mahabang pasensya talaga. Ayan. Okay. All right, so for the next slide, we have here teamwork and collaboration. All right, so by interacting and collaborating with your colleagues, the organization or company will have growth and success. All right, so everyone has a different skill set they bring to the table. By interacting with your coworkers, you may reach a better conclusion or idea you would have on your own. So do not hesitate to share your ideas that could be helpful to your team. So please always remember that one, guys. All right, so when arriving at your new career with quality teamwork skills already in your pocket, you can be a step ahead of the competition. Why? Because if you collaborate, it will help you to learn from your teammates. And these skills can promote unity in the workplace and it resolves customers' concerns faster. And teamwork can provide improved productivity and it promotes work synergy and can provide new learning opportunities, especially if you work with your senior members and you will get the chance to learn how to do things with your workplace and they share their experiences and strategies on how to handle unexpected situations. Now let's move to the next slide. Professionalism and strong work ethics. Okay. All right, so people who practice a strong work ethic are less likely to procrastinate the task at hand, are the first to step up and take on a new task. All right, so the people who work professionally don't delay their duties. They focus on the task given to them, no distractions. As we sometimes observe from the other workplaces, employees tend to delay their task because of the unrelated matters. It could be personal, so it affects the workflow. And also, employers expect us to have polite behavior because it leaves customers feeling satisfied with our service. And of course, we are all aware that we cannot avoid the circumstances that a customer tries to have an argument. But if you work professionally and have work ethics, we also try to be patient and more compassionate with the situation, of course. And because it's our job to resolve the problem, not to add another problem. All right, so let's continue. By having a professional attitude and strong work ethic, employers will be more interested in considering you for promotions, new jobs, or other positive outcomes. Yes, employers observe how their employees do their jobs. If you really exert effort to work ethically, it will be a big advantage. Okay, so please always remember that, guys. All right, so let's proceed to the next slides. All right, so let's now talk about some ways to improve your communication skills. All right, so our communication is one area of improvement that relatively simple to overcome. So the more simple the message, the more likely the message is to be accurately received. So keep your message and short, clear and concise. So please always remember this one. If you give an instruction, let's just make it short but understandable. Okay? All right, so another method of improving oral communication is by engaging your audience. By not only talking but also by creating a conversation, you can better communicate your ideas and concepts as well as hear new ideas, questions, or various input. This is true. All right, so we sometimes forget that we are talking to someone. Maybe we get excited. However, we really have to involve our listener to the conversation because he's part of it. How? All right, so by asking him question or ask his ideas and opinion about the topic, and in short, share your thought with each other, of course. All right. So lastly, be a listener. All right. So to improve your skills and communicate effectively, you first and foremost must be a good listener. By genuinely listening to what others have to say, you are able to provide more thoughtful answers and comments. All right, so listening skills are equally important while we talk about customer service. All right, so it gives a better understanding of customers' needs. Good communication is based on listening. It is very well said to listen before speaking. All right, so listen carefully while communicating with customers. Don't only hear. So do not pretend that you are listening, or good listeners always give full attention to the customers. Okay. All right, so now let's have for the last top skills. All right, so we have here leadership. Okay. All right, so first you have to find your leadership style. So I'll be giving you the 5 common leadership styles. So the first one, we have transformational leadership. All right, so this style involves improving the moral and job performance of team member. All right, so they also inspire others and encourage critical thinking and innovation. And the next one is we have also participatory leadership. All right, so these leaderships involves team members in decision making. So as a members, you are engaged and motivated to contribute, and they ask for suggestion and ideas. You are engaged and motivated to contribute. And the third one, we have also got authoritarian style. So leaders usually impose expectations and define outcomes. So these leaders tend to be the most knowledgeable in the team. So this is an effective leadership on making crucial decisions. But this is a very strict style. So then we have delegative leadership. So with this style, leaders often provide their staff with the tools needed to complete their work and as appropriate and let staff resolve issues on their own. So lastly, we have also transactional leaderships. All right, so leaders create specific, measurable, and time-bound goals that are achievable for employees. Okay. All right, so once you identify your strengths and what your standards or excellence are, so you can begin to develop your leadership style around those qualities. All right, so maybe you often hear this expression, natural born leaders. So thought, or though we really have these kinds of leaders, it doesn't mean you cannot be leaders. So leadership skills can be developed, though learning also. So once you have honed in your own leadership style, you have to begin creating a culture of self-reinforcing behavior and practices. When people see that you are enthusiastic and passionate about the work you are doing, they too get excited about their work. And by creating this upbeat culture, productivity and workflow will increase. And alternatively, seeing lack of enthusiasm and passion will have the opposite impact on the workplace culture. All right, so I think that's all. So I hope you have learned a lot with our discussion. So once again, thank you, Jobs 180, for having me.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Carlo. And now we will proceed with the question and answer portion. For audience, guys, the floor is now open for questions. So if you have questions regarding the topic, top skills companies look for, so you may now use the comment section. Please type in your questions. And huwag kayong mahiyang magtanong. Okay? So pang second speaker na natin sa Sir Carlo. Oh, all right. Okay. So while waiting for questions, Sir Carlo, May ready po ako mga questions here. So first, since ang ating audience po for today ay graduating students, and of course, um, they would like to know po what are the skills or what skills do employers look for in recent graduates?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Medyo delay po siya. Hello?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you po. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay, okay na po. All good na po.
Okay, so I'll repeat the question, sir. The question is, what skill or what are the skills do employers look for in recent graduates?
Yes. Alright, so sa topic ko kanina, so I hope you listen naman kanina, no guys. So if you have those skills naman, na itong type skills employers looking for, so ito yung, I mean, magkakaroon talaga tayo ng malaking chance na makahanap ng trabaho or mas mapapadali ang paghanap ng trabaho natin once you have those skills. And especially pag once na makapasok tayo sa isang trabaho, andun yung chance talaga na yung promotion and then yung growth and success natin once you have those skills.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay. So, and of course, from those skills po that you've mentioned earlier, which do you think po of the skills are most highly valued by the employers?
I think the collaboration and the leadership. So collaboration, so alam naman natin na pag nagiging maganda ang results ng trabaho natin or task natin once na together talaga yung employee natin. So co-collaborate talaga as a team. And for the leadership, so yes, magiging magandang results ng trabaho or task natin once na you play a good leader talaga sa team natin or sa team mo.
All right. Okay, thank you, sir. And of course, you've mentioned din po that yung communication skills ay isa sa mga pinaka mahirap hanapin sa employee po today, no? So, can you describe po the process of finding qualified applicants with comm skills? Should I repeat the question, sir? Can you hear me po?
Hello, Miss Jess. Paulit po ulit. Delay po yung boses mo dito sa
All right. So again, sir, the question is, can you describe the process of finding qualified applicants with communication skills?
communication skills.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, so regarding with the communication skills naman, so not all the employers or company naman, they're not really looking naman sa communication skills. Kasi communication skills, you can learn along way naman yan. So, na-adapt din naman natin ang communication skills. So, I think to be more deep meaning sa communication skills. So, once you get hired with a company or specific company, so communications, so laliman na lang natin yung meaning. So, once you get hired with a company, do not hesitate and to share your thoughts or opinions sa mga colleagues mo para maiwasan natin yung conflict with the relationship sa other team or other member ng company natin. So ayun, so mahalaga din ng communications para maiwasan talaga natin yung mga conflict sa relationship ng ating mga katrabaho.
All right, thank you, sir. And of course, the audience would like to know if you offer various trainings, seminars, especially with regards to communication skills, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Should I repeat the question again?
Yes po, Miss Joyce, go ahead po.
Yes, sir. Okay, so again, sir, if the audience would like to know if you are offering various training seminars, especially for com skills.
Yes, of course. We have also, we call it LEAP. So, LEAP department. So, we have LEAP departments. So, ito
Mm-hmm.
yung mga, once we have failed applicants. So, let's say nag-apply si candidate last week and then nag-fail siya sa application niya. So, we have a lead department na mag-approach sa kanila or mag-reach out sa kanila for the training for almost 2 weeks. So, for almost 2 weeks din yan. So, pag natapos nila yung training nila for almost 2 weeks, they can reapply na yan. So andun na yung chances talaga na since na-discuss na rin yung background ng processing ni recruitment, and then yung mga possible questions, and then paano rin ma-improve yung um, pagsagot natin sa mga questions. So meron tayong training for almost 2 weeks or 3 month, 1 month din ata siya for our lead department.
All right, thank you, sir. So, and of course, you'd like to promote po your vacancies and open positions po.
Yes, guys, sa mga graduates natin, no. So actually, we are still hiring, especially in our VXI Clark. So you can drop by at our site at Tech Hub Building 6, SM Clark. So we are located beside SM Clark. So the best way to apply also via walk-in. So since you guys walk-in is the faster for the faster processing of your application as well. Mas mabilis talaga ang process ng application pag nag-walk-in kayo, guys. So we have openings for customer service representatives, technical support representatives, yan siya. So yan yung mga openings namin. So or you can visit our DXI page. So message nyo lang yung page namin and then send nyo lang yung details doon, and then kami na bahala mag-call sa inyo to invite you to apply them as well.
All right, sir. And of course, so, the audience would like to ask for some tips and advice for the graduating students who do not have the certain skills po but would like to be employed na.
Yes. Actually, meron naman kami mga specific accounts na open talaga sa mga fresh graduates. So meron talagang mga consideration na nagko-consider na account sa mga fresh graduates. So, well, mapapayo ko lang naman once they apply sa site namin sa VXI, be yourself na lang, and then siguro bago sumabak sa interviews, try to research na rin about BPO or yung company ina-applyan natin. Kasi one of the interviewers naman kasi kapag nalaman nilang fresh graduates or talagang no experience at all, so di naman sila yung magtatanong talaga na ng malalim about sa customer service. So ayun lang siya. So try din natin mag-research about customer service.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Carlo. So I think that would be all. There are no more questions from the audience. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today and for sharing your knowledge and experience. Thank you, Sir Carlo.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Joyce. Thank you, guys.
All right. So, guys, if you're interested to apply at VXI, you may visit their career portal. It's www.thejobs180.com/VXI. Please submit your resume link if you're interested. Again, that's www.thejobs180.com/VXI. Okay. So let's now proceed with our next speaker for today, who will talk about expectations of the new normal work environment. So she has over 9 years experience as a sourcing professional in the BPO shared services industry. Currently, Ms. Sherry is the sourcing manager for TaskUs PH University Relations. Again, the sourcing manager from TaskUs, Ms. Sherry Aquino. Hi, Ms. Sherry. Good morning.
Hi, Joyce. Good morning.
Morning, ma'am. Glad to see you again po. Okay, ma'am, can you now? Yes po. Can you now test the share screen?
Oh, there you go.
Yes, ma'am, it's up. So if you're ready po, I leave it at ma'am. I'll be back for the Q&A. Good luck, Ms. Sherry.
Surely, thank you, Joyce. Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm pleased to present to you some tips, no, on what to expect in the new normal. And of course, before we do that, I'd like to formally introduce to you our company, which is TaskUs. So just a quick discussion or uh, introduction now of what TaskUs is. So this is us, and basically TaskUs is an organization which provides outsourced digital services. We have several clients that are coming from different fastest growing sectors, which include social media, e-commerce, gaming, streaming media, food delivery, ride sharing, like what you can see here on the screen. And basically, as an organization, what we do is we hire employees here in the Philippines to support these global clients that we have. So, what kind of support do they give? So we give support in the back office field, or whether it is voice support, chat support, content moderation support. Those are the kinds of services that we offer to our clients. And as you can see, no, the clients we serve, again, these are coming from the fastest growing sectors. So pretty much you are familiar with these clients. Some of it you probably have the applications on your phone, but really we work with them to again uh, provide that customer service that the clients need to support their customers as well. Also, Task as is an equal opportunity employer. It's very important for us, and would like to highlight that we give fair opportunity to everyone. As long as you are of legal age, um, uh, you are welcome to join our organization. Okay, and on our mission is to empower people to deliver ridiculously good innovation to the world's best companies. So how do we do this, no? Mainly we do empower people by providing them with the best benefits and programs we could give them. We believe that if we take care of them and their overall well-being, including their mental health, they would also do their best to serve the clients we have. So later on, we will be discussing some other benefits and programs we have for them. But just to give um, or just to set your expectations, TaskUs is very big when it comes to empowering people, or to put it simply, taking care of people. Okay. And on our next slide, this is somehow a proof, no, that TaskUs is really taking care of their employees, because in the past years we have received more than 100 prestigious awards, reflecting our commitment to our employees, our clients, and also our customers. So we've received a lot of awards, and an award that we'd like to highlight also is that we were given an award that talks about us being one of the best companies when it comes to benefits. So just like what I have mentioned earlier, our promise to really take care of our employees and make them happy, that is a proof that they are satisfied with the type of management that they are having here in Taskas. Okay, so hopefully, when you join our organization, when you graduate, you will be proud as well to, be joining a company that has been acknowledged in different governing bodies in this industry, and that you're part of an organization that has received a lot of awards, again in the industry. Okay, so our global footprint, we currently have 23 sites across 10 countries. But here in the Philippines, just to put more focus, we have a total of 9 sites. And those 9 sites are actually located in different areas here in the Philippines. No, so we have 2 sites that are in NCR or near NCR, and other sites mostly are located in provincial areas. So pretty much we're coming closer to the homes or the places of where our employees really live, because we also want them to really have that presence or support coming from their families, that they do not have to travel to Manila just to have that job that they want to join in. No, so in in I think in Pampanga, that would be the closest site we have from our university. So I really hope that when we graduate, you would consider TaskUs as your first organization, and we are definitely happy to welcome you to join our company. Okay. All right. So in our next slides, I just want to show you some photos of our sites in TaskUs. I wasn't able to share earlier, that one of the things that TaskUs is very known for is us being very fun and creative. So it really shows in the interior of our sites as well. As you can see here for our La Union site, we've featured surfboards, which La Union is very famous of. But that's just one of the sites we have. We also have a site in Pampanga, like what I've said earlier. So here we're also featuring um, the area where our employees can relax, play games. So we have computers available that they can use now during their breaks, and of course a sofa where they can hang out and relax while waiting for their lunch break to finish. We also have my Kawayan Bulacan site. There you go. We have Anonas in Quezon City. We have our BGC site in Taguig. Um, we have Imos Cavite. Okay, we have Antipolo Rizal site, Batangas City, and lastly our Tagbilaran Bohol site. So in Tagbilaran Bohol, just a fun fact, we call it Liz's Playground because with all our sites, as you may have noticed, no, we're using nicknames for these sites. So we brand them according to um the feature of that site or what that site is known for. So an example would be for Tagbilaran Bohol, we call it Liz's Playground because part of our site is a feature wherein it has a slide which interconnects two floors. So um, really witty, no, because that slide connects the operations floor and our pantry so that our employees can easily go to the pantry to eat during their lunch breaks. So yeah, we just want to highlight that and share that with you. So now, um, those are the things that you can expect when you join TaskUs, no? And on a work setting perspective, I'm pretty sure a lot of you know that a lot has changed since the pandemic. Um, and in our case, for example, no, we have a lot of employees who started working from home. Some went back on site already because it's now safer as compared before. But in the educational setting, I believe there are still or majority still of our schools students are still studying from home. So you're now about to graduate, and we'd like to give you some tips and advice on what you can expect in the new normal, given that you are a job seeker, because this thing has also changed because of the pandemic. So now, these tips hopefully could help you adjust and um, help you prepare so that when you try to apply, at least you know what to expect and you have already made some adjustments right on your end, and you're more ready to face that job interview. Okay, so we have some tips here as we have prepared. So these are a total of 5 tips. And the first tip that we have, can we proceed to the next slide, please? Okay, so the first tip we have for you is anticipate virtual interviews. Okay, so a lot of virtual interviews are happening right now because of, again, the pandemic. So obviously, we want to prioritize your safety as an applicant and also the safety of our recruiters. Hence, the virtual interview. So when you do your job hunt, you have to expect that you will be invited for a job interview and a virtual job interview rather, so that virtual interview normally happens, of course, in an online platform, be it through Zoom, Skype, or Google Meet, or whatever kind of platform there is available. And with that, you have to make sure that you have your tools ready. So what are those tools? Of course, you need to have your personal computer or laptop. You need to ensure that your background is neat as well. You have a quiet room so that you can focus on your job interview. Like walang bata na palakad-lakad no behind your back, or any unnecessary na makikita ng recruiters nyo in your background. And of course, you also have to come with your proper attire, because it doesn't mean that it's virtual, you don't have to be ready for it, no? You have to look really professional during a job interview, and you want to still be able to impress your recruiter despite doing that job interview virtually. So basically, those are the things lang naman that you have to prepare when you're in a job interview. Because if not, um, you might end up uh, cramming, no? Na you're worried about the environment that surrounds you. And what happens to your job interview if you're like that? Of course, it affects your job interview. You're not able to focus. You might give a negative impression to your recruiter, because of course ang dating sa kanya, you did not prepare for it, so you don't want that to happen. So again, you have to make sure that those tools are ready and your environment setting is ready as well. But aside from that, we want to make sure also, no, that the etiquette you have during a face-to-face interview also applies in a virtual interview, because it doesn't mean that when you're in it doesn't mean na parang if you're just in a virtual interview, you have to dump all those etiquettes because virtual lang naman siya. No, you have to make sure na that job interview is still um quality interview, no? You still have that etiquette, professional etiquette, that you need to show during a job interview, even if it's virtual. So of course, you have to be formal. You have the way you speak, of course, no. You have to, ideally, you speak in English language, or what kind of language your recruiter use during that job interview. You have to answer back in that language as well. Okay, so that's one. Again, anticipate virtual interviews. Second tip would be network. Okay, you have to network. So probably after completing your academics, you're so happy because you have a lot of time you can use to spend in social media, play online games, or do anything that you want to do, right? Because you deserve it, right? Let's face it, you deserve it after a lot of things that you have completed in college and all that, your thesis. You finally have your diploma with you. But you have to remember that you have to use your time wisely. Okay? Because as soon as you enter the corporate world, there's no going back. You'll be using your time working. You have your leave credits maybe, but the time that you have now, you have to use it very wisely, in such a way that hopefully you can use it to help you land a job. So how do you do it? No, again, you have to network. I'm not sure if you're familiar with LinkedIn, but if you are a graduating student, you should probably know LinkedIn by now. So you can join LinkedIn, create your account, have your profile, no, created. Join professional groups that could help you network. There are a lot of professional groups in LinkedIn. Um, Connect with people in LinkedIn, simply sending them a message na, hi, I would like to connect with you, probably for future connections or for future partnership, something like that. It's normal for you to do that in LinkedIn. So just do that, no? Network. And the reason why we're asking you to network, using use your time wisely and network, is because um having that network could actually help you have a job, because it can lead you to referrals, the next day that person that you have
All right, guys. So, all right. Okay. So let's just wait for a bit. So I think
Hello.
naghang lang. Ay, nasa na Sherry. So she's back. Hi, ma'am.
Hi, I'm so sorry about that, Joyce.
Okay, ma'am. Sige po. You may now
Okay.
continue, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Okay, so as I was saying, no, it's important for you to connect and network with people that has something to do with your field. No, so again, just connect to them with LinkedIn. You probably have uh, connected with someone who will be posting a job opening the next day. So it's very important for you to do that. And additionally, these people in your professional network could be your future mentors. Once you have started your career, it's very important to have someone that you look up to, no, because that person will somehow serve as your guide on how to present yourself better. And these people are already experienced, so they, when you ask them questions, tips about things, they can definitely help you. So network. Okay. Next is set your priorities straight. Ayan. Set your priorities straight. So as early as your job seeker days, you have to start adapting to a rhythm that allows you to manage your time and goals accordingly. Okay, because lalo na ngayon, no, because it's pandemic nga, that a lot of people are really working from home. The boundaries between your personal life and your work life has become thinner. So kumbaga hindi mo na siya masyadong ma-sort out, or wala na masyadong line in between, because the same place that you're working is the same place where you do your me time. But if you set your priorities straight, you have your goals, you have your timelines, that will really help you. And when you do that, you also meet your balance, right? Your balance in life. And of course, you do not forget also that you need to add time for self-care, because everyone needs a breather, right? Even if you're already working, you're a student, or you're a job seeker, you need to have a breather. So set your priorities straight, have that to-do list on a daily basis, even if you're not yet employed, so that you have that rhythm already, and you can, adapt to the changes that you're expecting to have in the coming weeks. Okay. Okay. So second to the last would be expand your knowledge. So as what I have shared earlier, parang yung pag network natin, that you have to use your time wisely. It's not just networking, but also doing your research, probably enrolling in free online courses, reading online content that could really help you expand your knowledge. No, let's say you're a graduate of um HRM, for example. So you may want to read content, that could help you more with that. So an example would be the current news in your field, in the restaurant industry. Um, you might want to read helpful articles about it, so that when you have your job interview already, there's something that you can talk about to your recruiter, right? It can be a conversation starter. It can be a research about the company that you're really targeting. Knowing the latest updates about them gives your recruiter an impression that you're really interested and that you're really into it. Okay. So expand your knowledge, and again, use your time wisely. And just to share, by the way, here in TaskUs, we also have our Viber community. We call it University Learning Hub. Wherein, if you join this community, you will be getting helpful updates and tips also, no, about being a job seeker. So we actually created this group to help job seekers in our community, as well as in our university pool. Um, so later we'll share that QR code with you. We hope you can join that group, and that can really help you put a check on your expand your knowledge to-do list. Okay. All right. And lastly, be warm and genuine. Okay, be warm and genuine. So being in a virtual setup should not stop you from letting your personality shine. Of course, in a job interview, if it's face to face, no, it's very well, it's easier for your recruiter to like appreciate your personality because he or she sees you in person. But when you're doing a virtual job interview, it doesn't mean that you have to present yourself in a very formal manner. You can still, build rapport with your recruiter, with your hiring manager, um, by sharing a short story about your background, or maybe the research you've conducted. Let's say you know something about the organization, you can use that. You can start building rapport by doing that. And by doing so, you're showing your personality, in a way that um this person is doing his research. Maybe this person is really hardworking because according to the story that he shared, he made the research about the organization and the industry, something like that. And probably telling that if you know someone working in that organization, you may probably, you know share that story also with the hiring manager, that you know someone, probably your sibling is working in that organization. So you don't have to be very stiff. You're welcome to be yourself, right, during that virtual job interview. So by doing so, of course, you're making yourself a memorable candidate to your recruiter. Because remember, for every job opening, it's not just one or two candidates who's being interviewed. There are a lot of candidates who are lined up to get that position, and you're one of them. So you have to make the most of your time and present yourself in a very memorable way to your recruiter. Okay, so that would be all for the tips we have for the new normal, or the expectations in the new normal. And now, going back to the opportunities that we have here in TaskUs, no? If you manage to pass the job interview, that virtual job interview with us, we have some uh, benefits and employee perks, no, that we offer to you. So what are these? Next slide, please, if we can show them. Okay, so some of the benefits we have would be, of course, number one, our HMO benefit. You may not be familiar yet, but HMO is the health card benefit, no, or uh, yeah, the health card benefit we offer to our employees, and it's very important for your organization to have this. Okay, in TaskUs, it's given to employees and it can be extended to up to two dependents, meaning you have your health card and you can enroll your dependents, probably your parents if you're still single, and that is being covered by the organization. So you don't have to pay anything at all. And the good thing is, if you need any health assistance, you have to, wag naman, but if in case you have to do your checkup or you have to go to the hospital, you're covered. No, you don't have to pay anything as long as they are a partner clinic or hospital of Taskas. Okay, we also have our COVID-19 related medical coverage. Of course, it's very important right now. It gives you peace of mind when you know that if you get tested for COVID-19, you turned out to be positive, your company can cover your health expenses. Okay. Um, we have our Food Forward program as well. Food Forward, this is a special program we have wherein it encourages employees for self care through healthy eating. And so basically, that's like 5 pesos per meal. You have your rice and your viand, and all the proceeds are being donated to our partner foundation, to the less fortunate, and that also supports, no, our company's core values. Okay, we have our human project as well. It's a unique approach for performance and salary appraisal, wherein you just need to share your personal passion to our HR team. No, let's say you have this advocacy to support um, those people, for example, living in Payatas, that's your advocacy. So you just have to share that to our HR team. Tell us what you've did so far, what you've done so far, etc. And by doing so, you can get your salary appraisal. Okay, we have referral incentives as well. So if you refer someone in TaskUs and that person successfully passed the interviews and started working with us, you get an incentive, no? Um, so you get a specific amount that's on top of your salary. Okay. Of course, we have our paid time off or our leave, which includes birthday leave, by the way. So in TaskUs, like what we've shared earlier, we give importance to self care. We make sure that our employees are happy, and we also
All right. So, I think nagkaroon ulit ng technical problem si Miss Sherry, pero I think we're good now. We will proceed with the question and answer portion. So let's just wait for Miss Sherry. Oh,
Hi,
is she back?
Joyce.
Hi, you're back, ma'am.
I'm back. I'm so sorry about that.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I understand we might be short no with our time. But if you can allow us to just quickly run through the next slides,
Sure,
Joyce, is that
sure,
okay?
ma'am.
Mm. Thank you. All right. So again, no, these are the employee perks and benefits that we have. We have a lot more. We have retirement savings program, scholarship program, wherein if you have your kids and they want to and they are still studying, you can enroll them to that scholarship program, and a portion of that tuition fee will be covered by taskas. Okay. um all right. So other benefits would be shuttle service. It's very important now because of the pandemic. We also have our wellness and resiliency program. No, like what we have shared earlier. We really want to make sure that the overall well-being of our employees are being taken care of, and we have our own team, which creates programs and activities. No, we have yoga activities. We have a hotline, for example, where we employees can just call seek for professional advice. We have those also, and we have tuition fee reimbursement program. So if we want to pursue our master's degree, for example, or probably a short course certificate, a short course training for our passion. Let's say I'm interested in cooking or photography, I can also enroll. And again, a portion of that tuition fee will be covered by TaskUs. So really, there are a lot of perks and benefits in TaskUs, no? And these are just some of the benefits we have now, being enjoyed by our employees, and is really being, acknowledged in the industry. So we hope you can consider us when you graduate, so that you can also enjoy these benefits that we have. Okay. Of course, other benefits are those mandated by the government. Definitely, the statutory benefits such as SSS, PhilHealth Pag-ibig, OT night premium, OT sorry, or OT premium and night differential pay. Of course, we have that as well, and internal opportunities, no, or promotion opportunities. Let's say you've stayed with us for after a year, you have a very good performance. You're definitely a candidate for future openings. Okay, and what are the openings we have in TaskUs? So right now we're looking for teammates, and these are the qualifications as you can see. So we're open to anyone with or without experience. As long as we think you can do the job, you're welcome to join us. So that's a very good thing about TaskUs, no, because we give fair opportunity to everyone. Um, just to share also, in fact, in Pampanga, we have several working students, no, who have managed to join us. And we know they come from different backgrounds, of course, but um, we know that it's also a big help for them because some of them have financial concerns, which making them a working student really help them, and they're self-supporting. So again, we're looking for teammates. We hope you can consider us, and how to apply will be in our next slide. Okay, so you may apply through Jobs 180. That's www.jobs180.com/taskus. Or you may also send us an email, careers.partnerships@taskus.com, using the subject header Jobs 180 GNC applicant. And lastly, as I've mentioned, we have our Viber community group. For helpful tips and updates, please screenshot the QR code so that you can join our Viber community. There you can get updates about our openings, about Task Us, and again, most importantly, tips and advice for new job seekers like you. So please screenshot and join our group today. We have a lot of helpful tips for you when you join. Okay, so thank you so much. I think that would be all for us. And Joyce, thank you so much for having us here.
All right, so thank you so much, Ms. Cherry. All right, so guys, the floor is now open for questions. So if you have questions regarding our topic, expectations in the new normal, you may now ask questions. Please use the comment section. You may type in your questions. Okay. So, and of course, if you're interested or curious about Task Ask, you may ask Miss Sherry habang nandito pa siya, guys. Okay. So, Miss Sherry, while waiting for questions, I've prepared po a few questions here. So let me read first. First question is, what are the things a job seeker must expect in the new normal po? Especially, ma'am, regarding job applications, job application process. Do they have to go on site? Mga ganyang bagay po.
Mm.
Interviews.
Yeah, thank you for that, Joyce. So definitely expect that your job interview will be virtual, no? So far, I've not experienced or I've not heard any company na nagpapapunta na on-site ng candidates. But um, siguro to be prepared lang, you have to be ready for a virtual job interview and a face-to-face interview as well. But na-mention naman natin earlier, no, what are the tips if you are going to have a virtual job interview?
Mhm.
That's something really new since the pandemic, no? Parang ngayon lang natin siya na-explore na, pwede pala yun. The entire process happens virtual. So, please always remember lang that you have to make sure that you have your tools ready, because it's not just a one interview, no, for each role that you're applying for. Kasi may initial interview yan, you have your online assessments as well, you have your final interview, and who knows, there are other layers pa in the process. And it's very important that you are ready, in terms of your knowledge, right? Dapat ready ka, nakapag-research ka. And also, equally important yung tools na gagamitin nyo, because kahit matapos mo yung initial interview mo, you have your assessment, mabagal yung internet mo, you won't be able to complete it, you might, fail pa your assessment just because mabagal yung internet. So, these things are really important right now, especially if you're doing a virtual job interview.
All right. So for TaskUs, all the application process will be done virtually online. Correct, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Actually, we have this what we call virtual recruitment hub. So
Mm-hmm.
kumbaga, 'di ba, in the the past process ng mga centers, no, we have a recruitment hub for a face-to-face interview. Now we call it virtual recruitment hub, wherein we use Zoom platform to interview candidates. So
Mm-hmm.
all processes are being done there, from the initial interview up to the final interview. It's being done there. So you just have to access the link, and you will be accompanied na by our recruiters.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So another question po is for the recent graduates, ma'am, who are graduating under online classes po, no? So, do you think it's easier for them po to adapt to new normal work environment than from employees before na nag-shift from di ba po, on-site and then bigla transition to
Mhm.
work from home? Mm.
Mm. That's a good question. I think mas madali ba? Mas madali in a way ang virtual job interview because alam mo yon ang hassle kasi ng commute kapag pupunta ka sa office eh, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Magko-commute ka, wala kang masakyan, traffic, ganyan. So, yung preparation mo pagdating mo dun sa company, parang pagod ka na and all. So, really mas madali if it's a virtual job interview. But I think it's risky lang in such a way na baka ma-take for granted siya ng new generation of job seekers because it's
Mhm.
easier, no? And when they take this for granted, ang impact niyan is baka hindi gano'n kaganda yung kalabasan ng job interview because they were able to easily have that schedule for a job
Mhm.
interview, no? In a snap, na-meet nila si recruiter, na-interview sila versus before in the old days na talagang you have to go to the office, you have to meet a lot of people for that job interview. So,
Mhm.
talagang na-feel mo yung effort mo na in-exert mo, yung pagod mo the entire day, no? So, siguro for the job seekers now, please do not take it lightly, you know? Still make it make it a point na you take it very seriously and prepare the way na ipe-prepare mo siya when you go to the office. Um, and the good thing is that you have more time to prepare kasi hindi ka na magko-commute. 'Di
Mhm.
ba? So you have a lot of time na magagamit nyo to do your research. So I think what I wanted to highlight is, mas magkaroon tayo ng uh, sense of urgency and kumbaga mas maging responsible tayo to do our research because we have more time and we have the more advantage as compared to the old traditional way of applying.
Mhm. Thank you, ma'am. And of course po, syempre you mentioned na rin po regarding yung baka ma-take for granted, 'di ba nga po, since we are all working from home na. So, we would like to ask for some tips and advice po, how to have boundaries when you work from home na, or how to set aside, or how to differentiate work and home, or work from home, 'di ba po?
Very good question, Joyce. Actually, hanggang ngayon nag-a-adjust pa rin ako diyan. Pero siguro one thing that I really appreciate in TaskUs, no, is that people here, the management itself, is very respectful of everyone's time. Um,
Mhm.
in fact, pagdating ng 12 noon to 1 p.m., it's very rare that we have meetings because we value that each employee has to have their lunch break. And we normally start our shift 8 a.m. So that's 8 to 5 on a daily basis. By 5 p.m., talagang wala nang nag-chat or nagsa-schedule ng meeting because we know that outside work, we have life. So that's something very good about TaskUs. But I know not everyone naman is a part of a company that manages people like that. So when you're in that switch situation wherein talagang medyo mahirap paghiwalayin, no, siguro what I can give or the tip that I can give to them is that you make sure lang that you have a time na naka-block for your lunch break. And by the
Mhm.
time that you have completed your shift, promise to yourself that you won't open your laptop, your answer your emails, no, because it's a way for you to care for yourself. Ang trabaho nandyan lang yan eh. But at the end of the day, what's important is, you have to be healthy because if affected yung health mo, how can you perform 100%, no? Sa work mo if you're not even 100% yourself. So, you have to, again, block off your time. Make sure you have your lunch break, nakakain ka on time. And if tapos na yung shift, tapos na. Give yourself some time to breathe.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So one last question, ma'am. So, of course, aside from expectations po regarding work, Of course, the employees also asking or expecting po about the benefits po as an employee. So one is the health benefits po. Health benefits po are more sought after than ever, right po. So and aside from physical health benefits, we are also considering mental health support as well. So do you think po is task as prepared na po for this kind of scenarios?
Yes, yes, definitely. So, like what we've shared earlier, we have our own team here in Task, as we call them Wellness and Resiliency Team. And basically, what this team does is talagang nagagawa sila ng mga programs and activities to take care of the well-being of our employees. So,
Mhm.
one of the programs they have is meron kaming hotline, wherein if meron kaming personal problem or we want to share something that we don't want to share to anyone, 'di ba? Even if a friend yan, sometimes naiilang ka to share your problems eh. So, you can call them, no? We can call them and share those problems and they can give us tips and advice. And if it's really something na kailangan i-consult sa professional, they would make a way for us to set an appointment with a professional. And another good thing about it is that program is even extended to our dependents, no? Those people na kasama namin sa bahay, they can also call that hotline. So, that's just one, but we have a lot more activities like yung yoga activities, we have coffee sessions with them. Earlier may nabasa ako, may bago silang program, parang jumping rope naman, no? So, parang there are a lot of activities that talagang piniprepare ng wellness and resiliency namin to make sure na hindi lang work and work and work yung iniisip namin, but also our mental health and physical health.
All right. So, wow, good to know po na meron pong ganun si Task Ask. So, thank you, Miss Sherry. Thank you so much for answering all my questions kasi walang questions ng audience. And I think grasp naman nila yung idea po ng new normal work natin. So, if wala ng questions, guys, so thank you so much, Miss Sherry. Thank you for sharing your time and expertise po for today's event. Thank you, ma'am. We
Thank
wish
you
to
so
have.
much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Ingat po. All right. So, there you have it, guys. So, if you didn't have any questions, we will close our program. So, to actually close our program, may we invite Dr. Marilita Razon, Head of Instruction Cluster, for the closing remarks.
A good and a happy day to everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank each of you for sharing your time with us. I am sure that you are all aware that schools and even big universities are facing numerous challenges these days. This includes diminished public resources and declining enrollments. And for our students, this may mean higher tuition costs, forcing top students who would otherwise choose university to look elsewhere. And unless we find ways to support greater number of students from lower and middle income families, this also threatens to reduce the diversity of our student body. This may also mean challenges in recruiting and retaining top-ranked faculty and in securing new hires just at the time we are facing the pandemic. Without such support from our guests, we would be unable to educate and help our graduating students collaborate with our partner establishments and companies to help and lead them to a prospect work or employment in the future after a long toil of struggle to finish a career or profession. It will be their next venture with a wish for a successful work suited for the course they have finished or graduated. We have come to understand that the school has faced these challenges before and has come through them by reaching out to others who share our philosophy and mission. Thus, we turn to our friend companies to participate in our events and support for our students and our faculty. This occasion will give them an opportunity to learn more about different jobs and help them make decisions where to go after graduating. As we wrap up the formal portion of our virtual event, and before we take some time to learn from our students and to socialize, I would like to make a few final announcements. I want you to check our website for additional information and updates. The bookmarks include our internet address to help you get started. Please also see our website for information on upcoming events, and these events feature our own faculty, students, and alumni. And so, once again, thank you for joining our virtual activity. Enjoy the rest of the day. God bless us all.
Thank you so much, Dean Marilita Razon, for the closing remarks. Thank you so much for gracing our event for today. And there you have it, guys. We are done with the talk proper and successfully tackled all the topics assigned for today's session. Thank you so much. And please do not forget to evaluate this event. The link is flashed on your screen and is also available at the comment section. Please be reminded that the evaluation will serve as your attendance for today. So you have two attendance. First, the registration link given by jobs180.com, and then the evaluation link given by Ms. Patricia. So please do evaluate. And we would like to thank each one of you guys for staying all throughout the event. We hope that the webinar helps you be prepared in the world of work. Okay, so we would like to thank Guagua National College, especially Ms. Patricia Capa, for collaborating with Jobs 180. Thank you so much, ma'am. We would like to thank also the following sponsors. And you may check out our page for more career opportunity, www.jobs180.com. And again, as Sir Kim mentioned earlier, Jobs 180 is looking for OJTs. If you are interested, please submit your resume link at jobs180.com/jobs180. And we are also hiring for customer support officer and IT officer for web development. Again, please submit your resume link at jobs180.com/jobs180, or you may email us at info@jobs180.com. That's info@jobs180.com. And please watch out for the next set of webinars we are going to host for. Please check our Facebook page for the topics that will be discussed, and you are welcome, guys, to join in on those sessions too. So the program is finally concluded. This is your host, Joyce Katakutan. We will see you soon and have a great afternoon. Ingat, everyone.
Oh yeah, man. Street.
Step 1, ready.
To
There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz .jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.